Hey guys, welcome back to the Wild Wrestling channel. I am your host, Seth. Today, I'm giving you guys my AEW Full Gear 2025 predictions. So let's hop right into the video. Play the intro. First up, we have Darby Allin vs. Pac. This rivalry has been a super personal one, as ever since Pac returned at All Out in September, costing Darby Allin his match against his coffin match against Jon Moxley. These two have been at each other's throats. Darby's been dealing a lot with Jon Moxley, but now that he's passed in Darby's rearview mirror, Darby can now focus on dealing with Pac. He's had a couple matches with him, and they've brawled a lot, but now they can finally settle this one-on-one in the ring at Full Gear. This is going to be an awesome match between the two. Super brutal, super high action, an awesome full encounter with some crazy moves and awesome moments, and definitely a brutal battle that will definitely you'll be able to see the fire in their eyes of just the deep hate that they have for each other that should be shown in this match. That would make the match incredible. It's like most matches like this, you want the storytelling out of it. This, you want that storytelling, but you more want the emotion out of it in this match, in my opinion. If you can see how much Darby and Pac don't like each other, that is going to prove to a person who hasn't watched AEW that these two men really don't like each other. If you just get that emotion part out of the way, showing the new fans who these guys are and why they hate each other so much, that is what you're looking for here. And in the end, after a chaotic match, I'm going to take Darby Allin to get the win, get that one up, get back on Pac tonight, and walk out of Full Gear with the victory. Next up, we have the Fatal 4-Way for the Women's AEW Tag Team Championships. We have the team of Marina Shafir and Megan Bayne, Toni Storm and Mina Shirakawa, Harley Cameron and Willow Nightingale, and Julia Hart and Sky Blue, the Sisters of Sin, all battling in a stipulation match for the titles. This is going to be brutal and chaotic like this tournament has been. This tournament has kind of been a lot of people thrown together, but we've been seeing a lot of these different rivalries and groups of people always feuding on Collision and stuff like that, so it makes a lot of sense why they're including them, giving more time to shine for the women. This is going to be a chaotic match, as I bet all of them are going to want to make history, be the first champs, showcase who they are as the division has gotten so stacked. We just saw the first ever Women's Blood and Guts match, so people are going to want to follow it up, becoming the first AEW Women's Tag Team Champions. So this is going to have that motion behind it, the determination behind it. It is going to be an all-out brawl and super chaotic, super fun match. I think they're going to throw everything they have at each other, and in the end, after a brutal and chaotic match, there is a lot of people you could go with here. You got some crazy different teams that would be the right people to start this with. Me, personally, I'm going to go with Harley Cameron and Willow Nightingale, the Babes of Wrath. Personally, all four teams definitely could win, and I could see them all winning and starting it off. But for a team that has great chemistry so far and rolled throughout this tournament, they are definitely a team that I think not only have great chemistry, will be a perfect fit to start it, especially given Harley her first big dub on a big stage like Full Gear. I could definitely see like the Sisters of Sin winning and stuff like that, because they would definitely be a great start too. But me personally, I'm taking Willow Nightingale and Harley Cameron. Next up, we have Josh Alexander and the Young Bucks taking on Jurassic Express and Kenny Omega in a $1 million trios match. This match has a lot on the line. As you can tell, it's $1 million that these people could win, and it is a perfect fit here. This is where you need the $1 million. You can do the $100,000, the $500,000, the $400,000. This is where you need that $1 million. When you have two groups right now that hate each other so much, like the Young Bucks and Kenny, and then the Jurassic Express helping Kenny, and the Don Callis family attacking them and hating them so much, this is where the $1 million will really come into play here. When you have two groups that hate each other so much, this is where the $1 million helps add to the feud, and it is definitely going to be brutal. It also helps with the storyline, as Nick and Matt really want their money back. This is going to be a brutal match and a super chaotic one. All of these men are great wrestlers, so I'm not expecting a great match as well. And after a chaotic match, I think I'm going to take Kenny Omega and Jurassic Express to get the win here, get that $1 million, and make Nick and Matt cry again as they don't get their money. And now we're probably going to be in the Don Callis family, so I'm going to take Jurassic Express and Kenny Omega to get the win here. Next up, we have Jon Moxley and Kyle O'Reilly in a no-holds-barred match. These men kind of came about their feud as in the lead up to Blood and Guts, Kyle O'Reilly and Roger Strong from the conglomeration got involved in the Blood and Guts warfare rivalry between the Death Riders and a bunch of other men in the conglomeration. And I think Kyle O'Reilly has had some personal vendettas against John over the years, and especially after what he's been doing to Roger and stuff like that. I think just, again, like most feuds, it just boils up to a point where Kyle just snaps, and he wants to go after John. And now with the no-holds-barred match, it is going to add so much brutal. As we've seen on Dynamite, these two men bloodying and tearing each other apart, and they both probably would love a no-holds-barred match to absolutely get to do that one more time after we saw it Blood and Guts. So this is going to be a brutal match, throwing everything they have at each other. Super gruesome. I don't think they're going to hold anything back. Show that rivalry that we all like to see. And in the end, I'm going to take John Moxley to get the win here. I'll be honest, Kyle O'Reilly would be a great fit here, but I just don't see Kyle O'Reilly beating John Moxley on Full Gear. That seems like a huge long shot, and they would really have to push for Kyle O'Reilly after that. So I'm going to take John Moxley to get the win here. Next up, we have Kyle Fletcher versus Mark Briscoe in a no DQ match for the TNT title, and if Mark Briscoe loses, he must join the Don Callis family. This is another rivalry that after Mark Briscoe dealt with MJF at All Out in the Tables and Tax match, he picked this rivalry up facing Kyle O'Reilly for like the 5th time, I think, at Wrestle Dream for the TNT title. Came up short there, but still wasn't backing down. He battled in Blood and Guts a little bit last week, but he has not been backing down every single week, and he finally got this match again under stipulations of no DQ that he got to pick, but also if he lost, he has to join the Don Callis family, but he's willing to take that risk to go out and battle Kyle Fletcher. This is going to be an epic match here. I bet because of the stipulation that tells for Mark Briscoe if he loses, there's going to be so much on the line. Every punch, every kick out is going to count. It's going to make the audience gasp, standing the whole time, can't be able to sit, can't be able to even think about anything. And their eyes will be locked in on the match, hoping that Mark Briscoe doesn't have to join the Don Callis family because everyone loves Mark Briscoe so much. So this is going to be an epic match here, and I think after a crazy match that's going to be brutal and violent, I think Mark Briscoe is going to get the win here. I don't see him join the Don Callis family, and this is the perfect time, in my opinion, when it's the last resort to give him the title. And I think just he's going to be the one man who just takes it one step further to get there. So I got Mark Briscoe becoming the new TNT champion. Next up, we got Brodito versus FTR for the AEW World Tag Team Championships. FTR has been on this hunt for so long now, and they finally get their title shot. They have been waiting and waiting and waiting to get their title shot as they want to be champs so badly again. They've been doing some crazy things to get where they are. They keep losing everywhere. They lost to Brodito at Forbidden Door, and that's when they won the title, and they were the ones who were pinned. And now FTR wants to get their get back over Brodito. So this is going to be an epic match here. Two great teams battling it out. This is going to be super chaotic and a great match. And like we always know, as FTR is the perfect tag team. They're just very good together and a great tag team. And Brodito can put on those crazy moments, crazy spots. So this will be a great match here with a good storyline building up into it. And I think after a amazing match that these 4 men will put on, I think this is where FTR finally gets it done. Brodito's had a solid reign, but I think really right now FTR can get the win here, get their titles, and it will be interesting to see how they parade around as them. So I'm going to take FTR to win the AEW World Tag Team Championships. Next up, we have Chris Statlander versus Mercedes Moné for the AEW Women's World Championship. This is another match on the card that is a super personal and has a lot in the match. Last year at this event, Mercedes Moné was defending her TBS title against Chris Statlander, which Mercedes Moné ended up winning, and she still holds the title today. But now Chris Statlander's come a long way, won the AEW Women's World title at All Out, and now Mercedes Moné, she failed at All In to capture it, but she looks to capture it at Full Gear. Like I said, this is very personal as they had a long history from the years before and many other years of them fighting each other. So this has gotten very personal. They've fought in Blood and Guts last week. They've been fighting all throughout Dynamite. They are ready to absolutely go destroy each other in the ring as Mercedes Moné so badly wants to become AEW Women's World Champion. She's been hunting for it, and Chris Statlander isn't ready to give up the title that easily. And this is going to be a great match. They had a banger at Full Gear last year, and I'm hoping this one tops it. So these two are going to go off, in my opinion, have a brutal, great match. And in the end, I'm going to take Chris Statlander to retain her title. This is a great time for Mercedes Moné to win the title, so I understand it. It just seems crazy to have her hold the TBS and AEW Women's World title, and I don't feel like that would happen for very long. So I'd understand if they pull the trigger here and give it to her and make a lot of sense. But personally, I'm just going to take Chris Statlander, but I can see it going either way. And finally, the main event, Hangman Adam Page and Samoa Joe for the AEW World title in a steel cage match. These two men what a rivalry they've been having. I mean, they just had their match at Wrestle Dream after those intense stare-downs on Dynamite. And then after their banger at Wrestle Dream, Samoa Joe and the Ops turn heel, turning on Hangman Adam Page, igniting this rivalry by Page. And now he is just so eager to just destroy Joe and all of the Ops as he's been doing over the last couple of weeks. And now they've made the match official. They are going to be locked inside a steel cage for this match. So Hangman can do whatever he wants to Joe. Joe can do whatever he wants to Hangman. This might be one of the most brutal matches of the night. These two men just have so much hate for each other that I believe that with the steel cage there, they are just going to absolutely tear each other to shreds. This is going to be a banger of a match, super violent, super brutal, and in the end, after a banger of a match, probably with some interferences from the Ops, after just Hangman countlessly trying to fight them off, I think Samoa Joe gets the win here. Call me crazy, Hangman, this would be a perfect time for it, but Hangman just beat Joe at Wrestle Dream, and it seems that it's going to be too much of a fall for Joe if he loses here, and I think this is the perfect time. Kept the storyline running, turned him heel, and now, like I said, with the Ops, and there's not a lot of people on Hangman's side, with the Ops there who are dominating, and the steel cage factor, I think there is enough there to allow Samoa Joe to walk out of Full Gear as the AEW World Champion. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe. Comment down below if you enjoyed this video, and turn on the bell so you get notified when I upload a brand new video. I post every Monday and Friday, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.